Ladies and gentlemen, WWE has concluded their European tour as the final stop is Paris, France for Monday Night Raw. And this is the Monday Night Raw after Clash in Paris. And oh man, after Clash in Paris, WWE got a lot of people talking. So let's not waste any more time as the show began with CM Punk waiting at the parking lot. He's waiting at the parking lot because of what happened at Clash in Paris when he was super close to winning the World Heavyweight Championship until a new member of the Vision striked CM Punk with a low blow. And that fifth member is Becky Lynch. And now that Becky Lynch is a part of the Vision, this had a lot of people talking, and I will mention it in this video. Adam Pearce is trying to tell CM Punk, hey, if you're going to wait for Seth Rollins, let's wait inside. No, CM Punk said, no, I'm not going to wait inside. I'm going to wait out here, and it's on site when I see him. And then Adam Pearce just lets CM Punk just wait. So then, as the show goes by, we head to the middle of the show. CM Punk is talking to Rhea Ripley, but then Rhea Ripley notices that Adam Pearce is right behind CM Punk. So Adam Pearce talks to CM Punk and he says, they are telling me that Seth is in the building. CM Punk is asking, how did he get in the building? So Adam Pearce says, I have no idea, but my phone's been blowing up and they're telling me that Seth is in the building. So CM Punk tells Adam Pearce, I'm going to handle this. And Adam Pearce says, what do you mean? So CM Punk comes out, he's in the ring, and then he says, I don't care if I have to wait for a very long time. I'm going to be hijacking the show until Seth Rollins shows up. So then CM Punk is waiting for Seth Rollins to come out. Then we have Seth Rollins' music hit, and everybody in France is going crazy. CM Punk is expecting Seth Rollins to come out, but it was Becky Lynch who actually came out. So Becky Lynch tells CM Punk, wasn't the man you were looking for, huh? Well, guess what, Punk? I am the man, and you're gonna have to deal with it. And then the crowd started chanting, AJ Lee, AJ Lee, AJ Lee. And Becky Lynch tells off the crowd saying, classic, you're chanting for someone who doesn't work here. So then Punk says, okay, well this has nothing to do with you. Maybe you should call Seth and get his rotten ass out here. Becky Lynch responds and says, how dare you? First of all, you don't tell me what to do. And this has everything to do with me. You think that you only affected one person in my family? And then Punk says, do I care? Ugh, I know where this is going. I don't want to be a part of it. So then Punk wants to leave, but Becky's not going to let him. She wants Punk to stay in because she wants to make a point on CM Punk. So Becky tells Punk, I had to listen to you lying about my husband, berate the father of my child, the greatest man that I've ever known. Punk tells Lynch, your husband's a coward. So then the crowd in Paris, I think they were about to start a chant, but then Becky Lynch tells them to shut up. Becky tells Punk that Seth Rollins is hot, he's jacked, and then Punk is just going at Becky Lynch, saying that, oh, you're delusional. Becky Lynch interrupts Punk and says, and he doesn't even interrupt me. And Punk says, well, I wish he would interrupt you so I can go up there and knock his teeth down his throat. Then Becky Lynch questions Punk, you think walking out affected him and his matches? No. It was your name being chanted over my matches because they didn't care about me. And after that, the crowd started chanting for CM Punk. And after the chants, Becky Lynch says, you're not the voice of the voiceless. You're a poster of apathy. You think that they had my back heading into the main event of WrestleMania? No, I got myself into the main event of WrestleMania. And then after that, the crowd started chanting, shut the up. And as those chants were happening, Becky Lynch was just blabbling about how she made a revolution and stuff. And then she tells Punk, and as for my husband, he is a visionary. He is a revolutionary. He is Seth freaking Rollins. And as she was saying that stuff, CM Punk just didn't even want to hear it. And I am the greatest female wrestler of all time. It's not just me. They also say it too. Sports Illustrated say it. Everywhere. And as for you, you are not needed here, so please step out of the way. And then once again, the crowd in Paris, France started to chant for AJ Lee. Then Becky tells Punk, you don't fit the vision. So then Punk has a turn and he says, that was great. The vision is kind of blurry. This 10-year beef was over my name being chanted over your matches? I understand the magnitude in me. I'm the best in the world. And it's not just me saying it. It's 10,000 maniacs, 20,000 maniacs, and 30,000 maniacs in here. I think that was a little shout out to Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace. They chant my name if I work here. They chant my name even if I don't work here. They even chant my name even if I'm in catering. In this ring, either I'm champion or not. You know who else chants for my name? The other towns I've been in. Liverpool, Newcastle, Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, Cardiff. You know who I didn't see through those towns? You and your stupid husband and your plastic titles. So tell me again, Becky, who runs this place? Because I'll tell you what, Becky, about Seth Rollins, he hides behind that title. He hides behind Paul Heyman. He hides behind Braun Breaker. He hides behind Bronson Reed. And he even hides behind you. You're much more than just Seth Rollins' wife. You're the man. You just got a bad taste in marrying a bum. And I need to know that he is a paper champion. And I also need to know that this between us is never over. And Becky, she's just smiling, like not even thinking that, oh, she's offended at what Punk is saying. No, she's just smiling. And then Punk notices that Seth Rollins is on the stage. Seth didn't even come out to any music. And even with no music, Seth comes out and has the crowd singing, oh, oh. So Seth starts talking and he says, hey Punk, I've been looking all over for you, pal. Who does he think he is? Mickey Mouse? I don't know, pal. If you got something to say to me, then why don't you come up here and say it to my face? So Punk, he wants Seth Rollins, but Becky Lynch is in his way. So then Punk eventually goes around Becky Lynch, and as he does that, Seth Rollins just leaves. And here, I'm thinking, bro, just get out of the ring and go after Seth. And as Punk turns around, Becky Lynch just starts slapping, non-stop, slapping CM Punk in his face, all over his body, just doing something weird with her head, calling CM Punk pathetic. And then Punk says, I'm gonna make sure that Seth Rollins regrets cashing in on me, and you're gonna regret putting your hands on me. And then she says, I got your filthy sweat all over me. Get out of here. And then she wanted the France crowd to go, na 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 na, you know that song, the goodbye song. But the crowd was not having it. So then Punk is seen backstage, and then Adam Pearce confronts him. And then Punk is asking him, where is Seth? Pearce tells Punk he already left. Then Punk took some time to think about, and then he actually thinks about it, and he says, where's SmackDown gonna be at? Adam Pearce says, oh, Chicago, your hometown. Then Adam Pearce says, why? Punk tells him, tremendous. And then he leaves. Y'all, everyone is asking this question. Is she coming back? Is it finally time for AJ Lee to make her return to WWE? Because this has to have AJ Lee a part of this. If not, then what are we doing here? I hope WWE knows what they're doing. And I believe they are going to try to stack up WrestlePalooza, which is the next WWE pay-per-view event that is actually going to combat AEW's All Out. Don't you think that WWE wants to be the talking point of the town? If they want to be the talking point, that's how you do it. And plus, this is the first ever pay-per-view that's going to be broadcasted on ESPN. I swear, if we get closer to WrestlePalooza and CM Punk finds a partner of his choice, then it's like, what, Rhea Ripley or someone else that's not AJ Lee? Then, oh my god, what are we doing here? If we're not bringing back AJ Lee, then why are we doing this story? But what about you guys? Do you guys think that WWE is going to bring back AJ Lee for this story? Let me know in the comments below. Now I want to quickly go over the main event here. It is Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed versus LA Knight and Jey Uso, which, by the way, Jey Uso started the show, and, well, you already know where this is going. They set up a tag team match, and the tag team match happens in the main event. Braun Breaker actually gets the win for his team, and then they started to attack Jey Uso. LA Knight was already taken out of the equation. And after the attack, Jimmy Uso comes out to save his brother. But Jimmy was too late because the damage was already done. And this is a good thing for Monday Night Raw. The Monday Night Raw tag team division is completely stale. And to put the Usos back together is the best decision that they've ever made. So Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, are back, and the tag team division looks a little better with them being on Raw. But I want to know from you guys, did you guys enjoy this week's Monday Night Raw, or did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, tap the notification bell for more videos, follow me on Twitter at @Ethan'sToyShow, and I'll see you in the next one.